Wizz Air 318. 2746, Wizz Air 318. Pushback approved. Wizz Air 318. Wizz Air 318. Ready for pushback at stand 14. American 4196 on final for runway 07. Cleared to land 07. American 4196.
Beeline 3862, ready to copy clearance.
Wizz Air 318, ready for taxi.
Clear to destination, departure and initial climb copied. Squawk 4351, Beeline 3862.
Taxi to runway, Wizz Air 318. Runway vacated, requesting taxi to stand. American 4196. Taxi to stand. American 4196.
Beeline 8239er on final, runway 07. Push and start approved. Beeline 3862, clear to land 07. Beeline 8239er.
Wizz Air 318, ready for takeoff at runway 14.
Beeline 3862, ready for pushback at stand 2. Wizz Air 4474, ready to copy clearance.
Runway 14, clear to takeoff. Wizz Air 318.
Clear to destination, departure and initial climb copied. Squawk 4162, Wizz Air 4474. Beeline 3862, ready for taxi. Taxi to runway, Beeline 3862.
Contact approach on 135.15. Wizz Air 318. Bye-bye.
Runway vacated, requesting taxi to the gates. Beeline 8239er. Taxi to stand. Beeline 8239er. Push and start approved. Wizz Air 4474. Wizz Air 4474. Ready for pushback at stand 12. Ryanair 1982. Ready to copy clearance. Clear to destination, departure and initial altitude copied. Squawk 1405. Ryanair 1982. Eurowings 5821 on final. Runway 07. Clear to land 07. Eurowings 5821. Beeline 3862. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Clear for takeoff. Beeline 3862. Wizz Air 4474. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway. Wizz Air 4474. Contact approach on 135.15. Beeline 3862. Bye-bye. Ryanair 1982. Ready for pushback 15. Runway vacated. Requesting taxi to the gates. Eurowings 5821. Push and start approved. Ryanair 1982. Taxi to stand. Eurowings 5821. Beeline 6681. Ready to copy clearance. Clear to destination. Departure and initial climb copied. Squawk 1155. Beeline 6681. Wizz Air 4474. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Clear for takeoff. Wizz Air 4474. Wizz Air 8092 2 on final. Runway 07. Clear to land 07. Wizz Air 8092 2. Ryanair 1982. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway. Ryanair 1982. Contact approach on 135.15. Wizz Air 4474. Bye-bye. Beeline 6681. Ready for pushback at stand 1. Push and start approved. Beeline 6681. Runway vacated. Requesting taxi to the gates. Wizz Air 8092. Taxi to stand. Wizz Air 8092.
American 7610. Ready to copy clearance. Cleared to destination. Departure and initial climb copied. 4572. American 7610.
Ryanair 1982. Ready for takeoff at runway 14.
Ryanair 7389. On final for runway 07. Cleared to land 07. Ryanair 7389.
Runway 14. Cleared for takeoff. Ryanair 1982. Beeline 6681. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway. Beeline 6681. Contact approach on 135.15. Ryanair 1982. Bye-bye.
Push and start approved. American 7610. American 7610. Ready for pushback at stand 11. Runway vacated. Requesting taxi to the gate. Ryanair 7389. Taxi to stand. Ryanair 7389.
Beeline 3669. Ready to copy clearance. Clear to destination. Departure and initial climb copied. Squawk 4114. Beeline 3669.
Ryanair 7267. On final for runway 07.
Beeline 6681. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Clear for takeoff. Beeline 6681.
Cleared to land 07. Ryanair 7267. American 7610. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway. American 7610.
Contact approach on 135 decimal 15 beeline 6681. Bye bye. Wizz Air 4241 on final runway 07. Cleared to land 07. Wizz Air 4241. Beeline 3669er. Ready for pushback at stand 13.
Runway vacated. Requesting taxi to stand. Ryanair 7267. American 7610. Ready for takeoff at runway 14.
Push and start approved. Beeline 3669er.
Taxi to stand. Ryanair 7267. Runway 14. Cleared for takeoff. American 7610. American 3124. Ready to copy clearance. Cleared to destination. Departure and initial climb copied. 2343. American 3124.
Eurowings 3645. Ready to copy clearance. Cleared to destination. Departure and initial climb copied. Squawk 0243. Eurowings 3645.
Contact approach on 135.15. American 7610. Bye-bye.
Beeline 3669er. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway. Beeline 3669er. Runway vacated. Requesting taxi to the gates. Wizz Air 4241. Taxi to stand. Wizz Air 4241. Wizz Air 1746 on final runway 07. Cleared to land 07. Wizz Air 1746.
American 3124. Ready for pushback at stand 14. Push and start approved. American 3124.
Eurowings 3645. Ready for pushback at stand 12. Push and start approved. Eurowings 3645. Beeline 3669er. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Beeline 7344. Ready to copy clearance. Runway 14. Clear for takeoff. Beeline 3669er. Clear to destination. Departure and initial climb copied. Squawk 0501. Beeline 7344.
American 3124. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 07. American 3124.
Contact approach on 135 decimal 15 beeline 3669er. Bye bye. Eurowings 3645. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 07. Eurowings 3645. Runway vacated. Requesting taxi to the gates. Wizz Air 1746. Taxi to stand. Wizz Air 1746. Eurowings 4068 on final for runway 07. Push and start approved. Beeline 7344. Clear to land 07. Eurowings 4068. Beeline 7344. Ready for pushback at stand 2. Wizz Air 344. Ready to copy clearance. Clear to destination. Departure and initial climb copied. Squawk 6133. Wizz Air 344. Eurowings 3645. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Clear for takeoff. Eurowings 3645. Beeline 7344. Ready for taxi.
American 3124. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Clear for takeoff. American 3124.
Taxi to runway 07. Beeline 7344. Contact approach on 135 decimal 15 Eurowings 3645. Bye bye. Runway vacated. Requesting taxi to stand. Eurowings 4068.
Contact approach on 135.15. American 3124. Bye bye.
Taxi to stand. Eurowings 4068. Wizz Air 344. Ready for pushback at stand 15. Push and start approved. Wizz Air 344. Beeline 9580 on final runway 07. Going around. Beeline 9580.
Ryanair 5267. 4132. Ryanair 5267.
Beeline 7344. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Clear for takeoff. Beeline 7344. Ryanair 1251 on final runway 07. Going around. Ryanair 1251. Wizz Air 344. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 07. Wizz Air 344. Contact approach on 135 decimal 15 Beeline 7344. Bye bye. Nordic 9579er on final runway 07.
Pushback approved. Ryanair 5267.
Going around. Nordic 9579er. Hold position. Eurowings 4068.
Ryanair 5267. Ready for pushback at stand 1.
Continue taxi. Eurowings 4068.
Ryanair 275. Ready to copy clearance. Clear to destination. Departure and initial climb copied. 7131. Ryanair 275. Ryanair 5267. Ready for taxi.
Wizz Air 344. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Clear for takeoff. Wizz Air 344.
Taxi to runway 07. Ryanair 5267.
Contact approach on 135 decimal 15 Wizz Air 344. Bye bye. Ryanair 9898 on final for runway 07. Going around. Ryanair 9898.
Ryanair 275. Ready for pushback at stand 11. Push and start approved. Ryanair 275.
Eurowings 1335. Ready to copy clearance. Clear to destination. Departure and initial altitude copied. Squawk 3020. Eurowings 1335.
Ryanair 5267. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Clear for takeoff. Ryanair 5267. Ryanair 275. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 07. Ryanair 275. Contact approach on 135.15. Ryanair 5267. Bye-bye.
Transavia 491 on final. Runway 07. Going around. Transavia 491. Push and start approved. Eurowings 1335. Eurowings 1335. Ready for pushback. 12. Wizz Air 685. Ready to copy clearance. Clear to destination. Departure and initial climb copied. Squawk 6512. Wizz Air 685.
Ryanair 275. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Cleared for takeoff. Ryanair 275.
Nordic 1380 on final. Runway 07. Clear to land. 07. Nordic 1380. Eurowings 1335. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 07. Eurowings 1335.
Contact approach on 135.15. Ryanair 275. Bye-bye.
Wizz Air 54906. Ready to copy clearance. Clear to destination. Departure and initial climb copied. Squawk 2126. Wizz Air 54906. Beeline 9580 on final. Runway 07. Going around. Beeline 9580. Push and start approved. Wizz Air 685. Wizz Air 685. Ready for pushback at stand 13. Runway vacated. Requesting taxi to the gates. Nordic 1380. Taxi to stand. Nordic 1380. Beeline 3356 on final. Runway 07. Going around. Beeline 3356. Eurowings 1335. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Cleared for takeoff. Eurowings 1335. Wizz Air 685. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 07. Wizz Air 685. Push and start approved. Wizz Air 5496. Wizz Air 5496. Ready for pushback at stand 14. Contact approach on 135. Decimal 15. Eurowings 1335. Bye-bye. Ryanair 1251 on final to runway 07. Going around. Ryanair 1251. Wizz Air 5496. Ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 07. Wizz Air 5496. Wizz Air 685. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Line up and wait. Wizz Air 685. Nordic 957. 9 on final. Runway 07. Going around. Nordic 957. 9. Runway 14. Clear for takeoff. Wizz Air 685. Wizz Air 5496. Ready for takeoff at runway 14. Runway 14. Clear for takeoff. Wizz Air 5496.
Ryanair 9898 on final for runway 07. Going around. Ryanair 9898.
Contact approach on 135 decimal 15. Wizz Air 685. Bye-bye.